I'm actually starting to feel a little bad for House Oversight Chairman James Comer, even a little embarrassed. Look, I've said that I am all ears if Chairman Comer uncovers anything tying Joe Biden, not Hunter, not James, but Joe Biden, to corruption. I'll call it out. And by the way, if he got bribed, I'll call for his impeachment. But Comer and the Oversight Committee have been combing through Biden family records for a long time. So far, they've got nothing to tie Joe Biden to any wrongdoing. But that hasn't stopped Fox and the far-right media from hyping up any silly nuggets spoon-fed to them. Yesterday, Comer dropped this supposed bombshell.
Not only did he lie about his son Hunter making money in China, but it also turns out that $40,000 in laundered China money landed in Joe Biden's bank account in the form of a personal check. And the Oversight Committee has it.
China flag to Joe Biden. So Comer's found another check, this time for 40 grand. Now, last month, he displayed a $200,000 check from James Biden to Joe Biden, which initially, when I first heard about it, I thought this could be something big, until it was quickly confirmed that it was a loan repayment. James had borrowed money from Joe, and he paid it back. Now, Fox News was a lot more careful of that one. But in both cases, Comer immediately ran over to Sean Hannity to describe his big find.
We found another check to Joe Biden. That's what the media said that they felt like this investigation needed to do to be successful, find a direct link between Joe Biden and his family's influence peddling. But what's most alarming about this $40,000 check, it traces directly back to China.
Okay, so let's take a deeper look at exactly what that means. Start with the payment date, September of 2017. So Joe Biden was not vice president. He's entitled to do whatever legal business he wants. But then there's Comer's description of being Chinese money. Not illegal to take money from China. Plenty of American companies do it, especially when you're a private citizen like Joe Biden was at the time. And Oversight doesn't investigate every payment from a foreign country to a private citizen, because if they did, they would have looked into the multi-million-dollar sale of Jared and Ivanka Trump's apartment to a Chinese woman reportedly with ties to the Chinese government, or Ivanka's numerous China trademarks that were fast-tracked after her father became president. I'm not saying the Oversight should be investigating any of that. But if you're investigating James Biden for money he made when he was a private citizen, how are you not doing the same thing to the Trumps? But here's the most important issue with the check. Look at the memo line. Once again, it says it right there, clear as day, what this money is for. Once again, it was a loan repayment from one brother to another. No different than the $200,000 check Comer was crowing about last week. It was a loan. Joe Biden didn't scoop up $40,000 in profit from China. He was getting paid back by his brother and sister-in-law. And here's the thing, Comer knows it.
Like the payment to Joe from AmeriCorps funds, it's certainly plausible that this payment where James and Sarah used funds from China was indeed a loan payment to Joe.
He has the bank records. He knows where the money came from and went. But as I've said all along, many of James Biden and Hunter Biden's business dealings look really bad. They were clearly trading on the Biden name. But that doesn't mean Joe Biden was even remotely involved in anything corrupt. And worse yet, Comer and others keep presenting new numbers that get higher and higher. Now it's more like $50 million.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace, on your committee, you told me, Congresswoman, she thinks the Biden family, when all is said and done, that they will have received, the 9 family members, the shell corporations, the funneling, et cetera, the money laundering involved in it, surrounding it, in excess north of 50 million, maybe more. You believe that? That family got that much money?
They're on track,
including the grandkids?
They're on track to exceed that number.
So James was part of this massive corrupt conglomerate, raking in tens of millions. And somehow he had to go crawling to his brother Joe for 40 grand of money Joe was making from books and speeches. But that hasn't stopped Fox News from going all in.
We've established that a smoking gun is dirty money coming from overseas into Biden's bank account. Well, look what we have here. That's a check made out to Joe Biden for $40,000.
Basically, money from China was washed through several Biden family accounts and finally was sent in a check to President Biden.
Is this finally enough of a smoking gun for Democrats? It's a literal check, people. James Comer says he has proof that Joe Biden got a laundered check from China.
Laundered. Suddenly it's laundered. Now the loan repayment is money laundering. Look, we've devoted many segments on this show to the Biden investigation. We're not ignoring it, like many in the left-leaning media. And I say again, if there is evidence tying Joe Biden to corruption, I want to see it. And when the media properly cover this, we'll give them their due. I applauded Fox last week when they mostly ignored Comer's first check bombshell. They were right to basically leave it alone. But this time, Fox and others took the bait. And if they keep overhyping these non-stories from Chairman Comer, if and when he does actually find something significant, the man who cried wolf and the media entities shilling for him may be ignored.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.